After President Uhuru Kenyatta handed over the sword of authority to Ruto, do you remember that he vanished from the public eye for quite some time? And there's too much evidence to suggest that he knew exactly what was going to happen. Do you remember how people were talking when Uhuru handed over power? Uhuru has messed the country, the economy is collapsing. Ruto will definitely do a better job, etc., etc. When Uhuru re-emerged, I believe it was a fundraising function hosted by Kalonzo Musyoka. What was the reaction of the people? They had missed him. Suddenly, this man who had messed up the economy, allegedly, was a hero. Friends, slow strategy. Who is Uhuru Kenyatta supporting? Kalonzo Musyoka or Fred Matiang'i? Now remember, this is slow strategy. It is not very interested in what happens today or next week. It is more interested in the final objective. And so, in my opinion, the opposition have made a major blunder. They have announced their presidential candidate way too early, over a year before the presidential elections. That is definitely a blunder. You cannot convince me it is strategic. That is a hard push. Remember how Raila used to wait for the very last minute before the opposition announces that he is the presidential candidate, even though people suspected? In my opinion, Uhuru has seen this blunder and is riding with it, but he still has his candidate, Fred Matiang'i. Bottom line, unless something very major changes, there is a very good chance that the next president of the Republic of Kenya will be decided by Uhuru's slow strategy. Phew! Now that was a very complex political topic. I hope I managed to simplify it. So much so that it was easy for everybody to understand. And that is exactly what is unfolding in our politics as we speak. By the way, talking of slow strategy characters in our politics at the moment, I have my eye on a man called, can you guess? Edwin Sifuna. Oh yes. You see how interesting things become when you step back to get the big picture? I hope so. And one more politician, a slow strategy politician, and I'm keeping a very close eye on them, is, can you guess? Winnie Odinga. I'm telling you, Kenyan politics these days is super, super fascinating. My apologies for summarizing everything in this video, but I was very determined not to make it very heavy. My apologies, but I hope you enjoyed it.